What is up? It's your boy JNW Boss in the building, and we are here to talk about the importance of finding your voice in WWE 2K Universe Mode commentary. Now, there's a particular reason why I decided to do this, and I'm going to be focusing more on call shows. I'm going to mainly be talking about call shows, but of course, if you do a normal, regular Superstars Universe Mode, they can apply to you as well. So, here's why I brought this up, okay? I've noticed due to universe modes that have been recommended to me, or that recommended to me through YouTube, mind you, and just the regular universe modes that I've seen, that the problem is some people don't really have their own voice calling this stuff. Because I've seen universe modes where there's been no commentary in it at all. I mean, including the in-game commentary. I've seen universe modes that have been like that, and I've seen universe mode where the commentary is just the in-game commentators. Newsflash: if you want people to be, especially more or less if you're doing a call show, if you want people to be invested, to be easily invested in your call show, a quick way to take anybody out of that is to have that in-game commentary. Because the in-game commentary is already bad enough. And then the in-game commentary is even worse whenever you have call superstars in there because they don't exist. Because how can you technically have the WWE commentators talk about a call superstar that does not exist? So, with that being said, here are a couple of ways, in my opinion, that you can find your voice when it comes to doing commentary. So let's break it down here. Here's tip number one. Alright, number one, show your personality. I say that, let me tell you what I mean by show your personality. Whenever you're doing this commentary thing, the last thing you want is to sound monotone. The last thing you want is to sound monotone in your videos, in your commentary, because if you don't sound interested in the action that you're calling and everything, and the character that you see and everything, then why should we? What reason do we have to watch if the person who's calling the show don't look interested? And honestly, there have been moments, and I'm about to be upfront with you guys, there have been moments where I've had like recorded matches or whatever the deal, and I thought the matches were just okay. They were just okay, nothing to really write home about. But then once I went and did the commentary for it and I got into it, sometimes the commentary can really help make a match here. Because it's the personality. The person who's calling the action is excited. The person who's, talking about these characters is excited. And of course, if they're excited and if you're doing a good job at it, it can translate over to everybody else. Everybody else watching can be excited. Everybody else that's watching can be excited. How many times you guys, I'm sure y'all ran into some monotone universe mode. You ain't got to blast them, you ain't got to put them on blast, none of that. And I'm sure you guys have ran into universe mode that's been great. What are one of the things that a lot of the great universe modes, like your Unite/FAM, your Murph, your Brendan Plays. One of the things that you'll notice in their commentary is that they sound interested in what they're doing. They sound excited. They have emotion. It's there. It's not fake. It's there. Personality can go a long way. Because honestly, before they notice your in-ring action, they'll notice your commentary firsthand. They'll notice your commentary first before they notice your in-ring action. So, number one, show some personality. Number two, you have your personality. Good, great. Now, second step, fill in the gaps. Let me tell you what I mean by fill in the gap. If you're doing this applies across the board, but I think you have to do it, you have to push a little bit more to do this whenever you're doing a call show, because again, these characters don't exist. In real life anyway. So these characters don't exist. You have to fill in the gaps here. What I mean is, I always use this example. If someone attacked someone else, okay, your job as a commentator is to explain why. Why did they do it? Did they have beef before? What is the superstar trying to make a statement? Even if you don't have an exact answer, if you don't want to take it as you have a direct answer, that's fine too. If you want to make it sound mysterious, like maybe Superstar 1 attacks Superstar 2, your reaction can be, oh snap, what the heck is he doing? Why is he doing this? What's the purpose behind this? You can use that to either fill in the gap to explain why this person would attack them, or if you want it to be play it off as a mystery, as up to why you may take a guess, but maybe you don't full on explain the answer. Now, I'm sure you would, putting the show together, you kind of know where you would want to go with that going forward, but at that moment, you may not want it, may not want to explain. You want to milk this thing out a bit, you know, and that's what you do. You fill in the gap, because we're gonna go emotionally. The people watching are gonna go where you lead them. Holy smoke, I really just said that. Let me run that back one last time. The emotions that we feel, the fans are going to go emotionally where you lead them. If you lead them in emotion sync, holy smoke, what's the reason behind it? If you lead them into a mystery, they're going to think it's a mystery. If you lead them to think, okay, this person's a no-good dirtbag, they're going to think, okay, this person's a no-good dirtbag. Fill in the gaps. Fill in the gap. Because it adds intrigue. It adds overall, you know, suspense. It can lead to suspense. It can lead to a cool moment. It can lead to people hating a particular superstar. It can lead to people loving a particular superstar. And you can also get over the character's personality as well. So number 2, fill in the gaps. And number 3. Number 3, be invested. Now, what the heck do I mean by be invested? I mean, kind of know your own history, really. I mean, it's kind of a... I see this in WWE all the time, where like you'll hear a particular commentator like at Super Showdown, they said, oh, Goldberg was a WCW Heavyweight Champion, WWE Universal Champion, and WWE Champion. He never won the WWE Championship. What are you talking about? Or they'll improperly say their own facts. Like, I think they said like Shane won the WWE Championship at TLC like for the first time, like TLC in 2012 or something stupid like that. I'm like, no, it's like 2009 if I'm correct. Like 2009, it was the wrong year. I do know that much. But you know, so just stuff like that. Be invested. Educate your audience. I like occasionally if I'm doing commentary, you'll hear me say, like, maybe if 2 guys have been in the ring before, oh, this is not the first time these 2 guys have been in the ring before. Or I'll say, hey, this person has done this, X, Y, and Z. This person has been on this type of role. I'll probably recap people on, like, every time you see Sean Wright, I always try to recap people on what happened between him and Austin Wallace in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Every time you see Reaper, I always try to bring up the fact that he tried to kill his partner and knock him into a coma and all that other fun stuff. I drill it into their heads, but people remember it. So be invested. If you have to do a little bit of, if you decide to go around and do a little bit of research into your own show and maybe figure out a couple of things, like I actually did a little bit of research on AOA. I actually did. I went out of my way to do a little bit of research on AOA. In fact, look, I'll read it later. I'll read that part later. I'll read it later. But be invested in your own show. Share some history. Know your history. Share some history. Know your own stuff. Really. Be invested in your own work. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it. That's it. So show some personality. Fill in the gaps. And of course, be invested. And of course, if they can tell you're into your work, it'll show. In production, in the way it sounds, in the way it looks, all of that comes into play. So there you go. Overall in conclusion, the most important thing of all this is have fun doing this. From first-hand experience, I will tell you, and some of the other people and friends and stuff that I've commented with will tell you, I get invested, I get deep into this, I get emotionally into this. And I finished doing it, and I'm like, dang, that was fun, that was cool, it brightens my day, it was fun, and I can't wait to put the show out there. Right now, Live On and Armageddon are both in queued, and I'm looking forward to getting these shows out there. That way all of you guys can see it. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. I should probably save that for a different video. yeah, let me save that for like a different type of video. But nonetheless, there you go. That's how you find your voice. To me, that's a step into finding your voice, showing some personality. And then once you found your personality, use that to kind of fill in the gaps where needed. And, of course, be investing in your work. So there you go. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you can, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the other video and the stream on the channel. Spread the word about the channel. Until the next time I see you guys, be a boss. I will holla at you guys later. Also, let me know if you guys want me to do maybe more universe mode tip videos like this. Alright, be a boss. I'll holla at you guys later.